everyone, it's Amanda from Loops and Love Crochet here, and today I'm working on this crochet Santa bag here. It's a drawstring bag that's going to have string looped through here where we can cinch up the top of the bag with a little holiday gift inside. If you'd like the free crochet pattern for this, you can find it on my blog, loopsandlovecrochet.com, and you can also find more information by following Loops and Love Crochet on Facebook and on Instagram. And today for this bag, I'm showing how to work the surface slip stitches to create Santa's buckle on his belt here. And surface slip stitches are a fun stitch to add an extra detail to your crochet projects after you've worked them up. You can add the stitches at any time, and you can use it to make a little graphic or anything that you want to embellish your projects with some extra detail worked on top of the project after it's finished. So surface slip stitches are quite easy to do, so I thought I would show you how to work them up today. Let's get started. Okay, so first of all, I've created a little slip knot here, and I'm going to be putting this on the inside of my bag here. If you're not working a bag and you have a flat piece, you'll put this on the back of your project. So I'm just gonna push my crochet hook through a stitch here. I've kind of centered where I want my belt buckle to be here. And I'm going to insert this slip knot here onto my hook, and then I'm just going to pull it up through a loop there. And I have my yarn tail on the inside of my bag, as well as my yarn that's connected to my ball of yarn over here. And don't worry if the knot is kind of coming forwards a little bit here as you work it. You'll be able to pull that back afterwards by pulling the tail. So if it kind of comes forwards a little bit, don't worry too much about it. So what we're going to do to create our surface slip stitches here is we're going to just insert our hook through each stitch and pull up a loop from underneath my project here. So I'm holding the yarn inside my bag, and I'm going to insert my hook into the next stitch here. And inside the bag, I'm putting the yarn over top of my hook, and then I'm just going to pull a loop up through my loop that's already there. So they're just like slip stitches. So there's my first one. And then I'm going to go downwards again into my project, put the yarn over my hook, pull the loop up. And with these stitches, I'm just going in a straight line, but you really could go in any direction depending on what kind of design you're creating. So there we go. So there's our first few stitches there. And I still have that yarn tail inside, so I can use it to pull back on that loop at the end there. So I'm going to make one more, and then I'm going to change direction to working down over top of the black part. So inserting my hook, pushing it straight down, grabbing a loop, pulling it right up through the loop I already have. And then we're going to continue on in the other direction. The only thing with this stitch that makes it a little tricky is that you have to kind of turn your project all over the place to be able to hold your yarn too. So there we go. We're just going to continue a few stitches straight downwards, making sure to grab the yarn over top of my hook each time I push my hook down. There we go. So now we did a few stitches going downwards. I'm going to do one more. And then again, we're going to turn and we're going to start working across this way. So grabbing the yarn, pulling it up through each loop, all the way back across the bottom. And then we'll turn again in a couple stitches to connect it back to the start. Okay, so there we go. So now we're going to work back up to where we started. So just a couple more stitches. And then for your last stitch, you want to join it right back into the stitch where you started. So I'm going to go right into the same stitch that I started in. I'm going to pull up my loop right through. There. So there's my belt buckle there. And if you don't like any of your stitches and you want to redo any of them, you can just pull on the end and it'll unravel your stitches that you just made. So from here we can cut our yarn and pull the loop right up. And there you go. So then I would just put this onto my yarn needle and feed it back down into my bag and then weave in the end on the inside to secure it. So there's our little belt buckle, the surface slip stitches. And as you can see, that was a really fast process to do. It didn't take very much time at all. It just might take you a couple extra tries to get the hang of working them in a straight line and changing directions. But otherwise, it was a fun and easy process. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial today. I hope you found it helpful so that you can apply surface slip stitches to any crochet project that you're working. And if you're looking for more free crochet patterns and tutorials, you can head to my blog, loopsandlovecrochet.com. And I'd love it if you followed Loops and Love Crochet on Instagram and on Facebook, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.